We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see him. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special.
What did God call you? What is your, I see you got a cross on and stuff. What's your nationality in the Bible? I'm sorry? A man? Your nationality. What nation of people you come from in the Bible? Africa? Africa? Alright, we're gonna show you. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3 real quick. I'm gonna show you what happened to our people, the so-called blacks and Hispanics. What's your father? What do society call your father? What's your father's nationality? What does society call him? No, your father, your earthly father that you were born from. African American, right? I'm gonna show you today, according to the Bible, God said, you're from the tribe of Judah. Right. And these 12 tribes right here make up the nation of Israel. Right. You heard of the Israelites before? Yeah. Have you ever thought and wondered if you might be an Israelite? You read the Bible before, right? Brother right here. What's your name, bro? What's your name? John? And what is your name again? Raymond. Raymond and John. What we are here to do is show our people our true identity according to the Bible. Right. All right? I'm going to show you something real quick. Read Isaiah 1 and 3.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
So God said the ox is like a cow, right? He knows his owner. And the ass, which is the donkey, he knows his master's crib, where he come from, right? Read.
But Israel do it not know.
God said, but Israel, the Israelites, they don't even know. Read.
My people,
God's people,
do it not consider.
And our people, you ever considered what nation you come from? Or you always went with, what does society tell you your nationality is? African American. So, in the Bible, God has nations, the names. He named his children. You understand? But you can't find African American in the Bible.
Right.
So where do you come from? Read that last part again, but Israel.
But Israel do it not know. My people do it not consider.
And what's going on in the world today? Our people don't even consider it. Don't even consider where we came from. Who do we descend from? Where's African American in the Bible? Who are we? You understand what I'm saying, John? That's what God is saying. What's your name, bro? What's your name? Patrick? What we're showing our true nationality in the Bible. Go to Deuteronomy 28 real quick. What we're going to show you is how we know we're God's chosen people. What's your father's nationality, John? You said, what? He's a black man, African American? Okay, as far as you know. And how about you, Patrick? African American, right? According to the Bible, the so-called African American are from the tribe of Judah. And the 12 tribes right here, you see listed? Because this is what society calls us. African American, West Indies, Black, Haitian, Puerto Rican. But in the Bible, God gave us names. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and such forth. And the 12 tribes that you see listed make up the 12 tribes of Israel. God's chosen people. And that's why we're out here. Our people don't consider knowing what's their true nationality. Because African American, right? Do you know where that term come from? Do you know where it came from? It came from two white people. Leo Scipius Africanus, right? And Amerigo Vespucci. Those two people are what they use the names to make African American. Now let me ask you both y'all. Do y'all come from a white person? Do you come from a white person? So how can you be named after white people? African American. That doesn't make sense. Does it? Does it, John? What we are here, we're going to show you your true nationality. Go with Deuteronomy 28 real quick. Deuteronomy 28 and start with verse 1 and 1. No, 28 and 15. I'm going to show you real quick. Read. You know the history of Moses? You know the history of Moses? Moses, I'm going to just bring him up real speed. Moses saved the children of Israel out of slavery from the Egyptians. Okay? So this is after coming out, parting the Red Sea. You know about that, right? After crossing the Red Sea in the wilderness, this is what he told the nation of Israel. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So what he's doing is prophesying. He's telling the children of Israel, your forefathers, this is what's going to happen in the future. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If you don't listen to God's words, read.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
So God said, all these curses are going to come upon thee. The chosen people of God, he said, hey, if you don't listen and keep my laws, I'm going to put curses on you. Do you think we're a blessed people or we're living a curse today? What do you think? Look at the society of blacks and Hispanics. Are we at the top? Are we at the top of society? Where are we? We're at the bottom of society. Look at this. Pick up these signs right here. Why do you think this happened to our people? Why do you think that happened? We're going to show you. Keep reading.
And overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now in the cities, predominantly where blacks and Hispanics live, where do we live? Or do we live in the good neighborhoods? Do we live out on the beach? In the big mansions? Do we? What's your name, bro? Do we? As a people? No, we're stuck in the hoods, in the ghettos, in the poverty. We are at the bottom. You understand? That's what God said. Read that again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
In the fields. You know our history, what we've been doing in the field? Look at these pictures right here. What have we been doing in the field? Picking cotton, picking sugar cane, picking tobacco. So-called Hispanics. We're still in the fields today. We're still working the servitude jobs in society. Majority of our people, we fill the servitude jobs. We fill the Walmarts and the Publix. If you go around, it's our people doing the minimal paying jobs. You understand? We're still under these curses because we were going from cotton field to what we have today. How much of our people are the CEOs of the major companies? How many? How many of our people are the supervisors, having the big offices? That's not our position, right? In society, John, what do you say? A few, but I'm talking about the majority, because God is talking to the nation of Israel.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
The majority of our people are still at the bottom of society. You understand, Patrick? Go to verse. You Muslim? Okay. John, yeah. All right. I'm going to show you. How do you, Muslim religion, where did that come from? Came from the heavens? All right, I'm going to show you. Go to 28 and verse 64. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64.
Now, what we're reading is the curses still that God said he will put on his chosen people. Read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Hold that right there. Show them that sign. You got to remember our history, because this Bible is a history book with prophecies. Now, our people were scattered throughout the world. When did this happen? 1492, 1619, the transatlantic slave trade. Now, if you look, before the transatlantic slave trade, there was an Arab slave trade. Did you know that? The Arabs enslaved our people also, before the transatlantic slave trade started. Read that again.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Now, our people are scattered into every part of the world because the slave ships, Patrick, I don't know if you know, how old are you? 17. Did they teach you your history? What happened to our people? John, you know about a little bit of history. You know some of our history, bro. The Lord said he would scatter us into every part of this world. Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there.
So now he said, there, wherever you were scattered to, read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Now he said, you're going to serve another God. Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Your forefathers were never Muslims. That's what God is showing you.
Right.
Where we were scattered to, you're going to be serving another God. Read. Finish it off.
Even neither thou nor thy fathers have known. Even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. Because if you look at churches today, what do they have on the top of the churches?
Bring it out.
The crosses. That's the wood that God is talking about. That's the biggest religion in the world. Do you agree? What's the biggest religion in the world? It's Christianity. And the other one, wood and what?
Even wood and stone.
So now Muslims, what do they have to make? Put the signs down. What do Muslims have to make once in their lifetime? Hajj. What is that? Going to Mecca. What do they walk around in the land?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
The cobblestone. Right? Read that part again.
Even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone.
Bring it out.
That's what's going on with majority of our people today. And we've learned Christianity, being Muslim, through slavery. This religion was forced on our people. You understand? That's what God is showing you. These are the curses, how we identify who we are. Now I'm going to show you something real quick that scholars have written. Read this in Babylon. Read it. Let's start from my constructed religion. Yeah, let's start right here. Give him the title and the book.
This is the book. From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. Islam and Judaism. Verse page 48. The Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion.
Muhammad, he adopted his laws and principles from the Jewish religion. You know who the Jewish religion are? The Israelites, the Jews.
That's right.
Jew just means short for Judah. You understand, John? That's where Muhammad got his understanding from. Read.
First of all, the basic idea of monotheism,
the idea of one God, that's where he got it from. Read.
Which is the belief in one God. The Jewish confession of the unity of God is Shem Israel Adonai Elohim Adonai Ehad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one.
All right, jump to verse 49. Read some of this right here.
Book page 49. Muhammad tried to construct his religion as closely as he could after the Jewish religion.
That's why Muslims follow a lot of the customs written in the Bible.
Right.
Because Muhammad learned it from the Israelites.
Right.
He learned it from your forefathers.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
He favored the Jews by accepting many of their laws and traditions.
This is not taught to our people, but our people think they're Muslims. You understand? But God said he was going to put a curse on us and let us serve other gods, listening to his laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand that, right? Now, what's going to fix our condition? Because we've been struggling for a long time. You agree? That's why we have to be doing side hustles, working 2-3 jobs. It's our people continuously working just to get a little to survive. Because the little that we have is just to survive. We don't have generational wealth to pass down to our kids. We don't have that. You understand? Go back to Deuteronomy 28 and read verse 15. Go to 45 real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 45. Moreover, all these curses,
Talking about the curses again,
shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
now we're destroyed as a people. We didn't know that we are Israelites. You understand? Read.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we don't listen to God's word, his laws, his voice is this Bible. And God gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to live by. Read.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they.
All right. Now, go to Nehemiah. So God gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Now, this is the problem that we have been doing. We've been, as a people, we have been continuously breaking God's laws.
Right.
What is today, John? You read the Bible before, right? What is today, according to the Bible?
Sabbath.
The Sabbath day.
Right.
All right. Now, what should we be doing on the Sabbath day? Because God has ordinances on this day. This day is special to God.
Right.
Did you know that? All right. Go to Nehemiah 10:31. Read.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10, verse 31.
So what happened is our people have been taught how to serve God properly.
Right.
Our people have not been taught. Christianity has blindfolded our people that we think we're doing the right thing. They're going to church on Sundays, not keeping the statutes. Read.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day.
So God, he said, if people, Nehemiah, a prophet, he said, if the people of the land bring ware or victuals, these are food, clothing, merchandise. You understand? Read. On the what?
On the Sabbath day to sell.
To sell.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
You hear that? He said we won't buy it on the Sabbath. This is a statute how to keep the Sabbath day holy. The fourth commandment says, remember the Sabbath day. Why did God tell you to remember it? Because today he know we will forget the Sabbath day. You understand? How to keep the Sabbath day holy. So God said, on the Sabbath day, we should not be buying and selling on the Sabbath day. You Muslim, you go to church Friday, that's the beginning of the Sabbath. Friday night. But that's the beginning of the Sabbath. And I've showed you why do you think you are Muslim, because like
it's not a thing about this. I know I'm Muslim. I'm already converted to Islam.
Right, you're falling that way. But what we've showed you in the Bible, God said he would make this happen to our people. You go by the Quran? So what prophecies does the Quran have? But we showed you history that Muhammad learned everything from where? Hold on. All right, Muhammad, you said Muhammad was a prophet. Give me Amos 2:11. Muhammad was an Arab, right? He was not an Israelite, right? All right, we're going to show you what God said. Because in the Quran, it tells you to reference to the Bible, right? Read.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 2, verse 11. And I raised up of your sons for prophets.
Who are the prophets? Because people say Muhammad is a prophet. This is what God says. Read.
And of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel?
Who?
O ye children of Israel?
God said the children of Israel are the prophet. You're supposed to be a prophet, not the Arabs. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Go back to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. All right, go on. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said, you, John, you from the tribe of Judah, you are a holy person unto God. You understand? God said, you are holy. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You hear that, John? God said you're supposed to be above all the other nations. That's why I'm here to show you your true nationality, where you come from. God said you are special above every other nation. That's why the Arabs enslaved us. That's why all the other nations, the so-called white man, the Chinese, every nation has have a hand in our slavery. You understand? But that's because we are being disobedient to God. And part of the punishment, he said he would make us make us serve other nations, other gods. That's why our people are in Christianity, because Christianity is a false god. Christianity doesn't teach keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Christianity doesn't teach the true image of Christ, that Christ is a black. And Islam doesn't either. That's why a lot of our people are into being Muslims. You understand? That's not our heritage. That's not where we came from, our tradition and custom. Give me a second, Sirach 17:11. That's not our customs. You understand? That's not our heritage. That is a heritage of another nation. You have your own heritage that God gave us, the knowledge. Read that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 11. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage.
God gave us the laws of life for our heritage. That's what we're supposed to be following. Keeping the Sabbath day. Not eating pork. You know about that, right? Where did Muslims get that from? Where do you think they get it from? They get it from God, from the Israelites. Huh? What does Quran mean? What does Quran mean? It means to recite. That's why the scholar even showed you that he recited stuff from the Jewish religion, which are the Israelites. That's what we're trying to show you. This is the way, bro. This is your true nationality, your identity. Because your identity have been stolen from you. Hold on, let me prove it to you. Go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. How did blacks and Hispanics get here? Okay, how did we get here? How did we get here?
Everybody came.
Well, we know about the transatlantic slave trade though, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you, this is a prophecy that God said. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
God says he's going to put us into slavery again, because Egypt means slavery. Did you know that? We're going to show you. We're going to show you precept on precept, because our people have not been taught this Bible correctly. You understand? We're going to show you what Egypt means. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5 and verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
That's a fact. We know we were slaves in Egypt. It's hieroglyphs all over the pyramids showing that we were slaves to the Egyptians. Read.
From the house of bondage.
From the what?
From the house of bondage.
Read it again from the top.
I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. From the house of bondage.
God said Egypt means house of bondage. Understand? Go back to 28:68. God is showing you. Hold on, read it now.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He says he's going to put, what does Egypt mean? House of what? House of, go back to it. Go back to it. House of bondage. It means slavery.
Right.
When you're bound, you're chained up. All right, go back to 28. That's why I read it.
Verse 28. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
House of bondage, slavery, again. Read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
This is our history. You can't deny the facts.
Right.
This is talking about you, John.
Right.
This is talking about the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans.
Right.
We're out here to reveal your true nationality, who you really are. Because God said you're a God on earth. But this is going to happen when we break his laws.
Right.
Read it again from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. That's how we came to the Americas. That's how we got transported throughout the whole world into slavery on slave ships. That's what God said. Hey, let me get that book, officer. Babylon. You got Babylon? What was that, page 83? Go back to page 83. Let me show you some more facts. Page 83. I think it's page 83, right? Not 83. Yeah, 84. Read this. Watch this. Let me show you something, John. What's your name, bro? All right, no problem. Read.
From Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph O. Windsor, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD.
So they conquered Jerusalem, the Romans. Read.
That General Vespasian and his son, Titus, put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter.
Great slaughter, so they killed many of our people. Read.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Over 1 million of our people fled out of Jerusalem deeper into Africa. Read.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
Fleeing what?
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
Read.
The slave markets.
The slave markets. Read.
Were full of black Jewish slaves.
Read that again.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
God said the slave. So the scholars know the slave markets in Africa, of the west coast of Africa, was filled with black Jews. That's your nationality, bro.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.